Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress with Pixie Dust Tarot, and this is your daily dust for Sunday, November 20th, if you're watching in real time, but it can be for any time you stumble upon it. This is a timeless reading. I'm using the Light Seers Tarot, which is a crowd favorite, I think. It's a really great deck. It's inclusive, really beautiful illustrations, very nice energy. Great book and great energy to it. Oh, I already said that. And I colored the edges this orange color because it seems like it goes good with this vibrant energy that I feel in this deck. Okay, let's shuffle. And let's see what we get. Take off the top. Well, we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, somebody not feeling so good, having kind of a restless night. Could be bad dreams, anxiety. Let's see what else. Ooh, and then you have the Knight of Cups. Oh, and he's coming in with some flowers. Sometimes it's like just before the rainbow is the storm, right? Let's see what else. Oh, okay, interesting. Five of Wands. Let's zoom on in and see what we've got today. So with the Nine of Swords, it is all the things that I said about, nightmares or anxiety, depression, feeling blue or out of sorts. But it is also on the upside. It's a time to focus on safety. It's an opportunity to find courage and focus on the things that are actually going well in your life. I feel like this came up in the third position, and sometimes why we can't sleep is maybe because we were playing too many things in our head from the day. Maybe we're maybe unhappy with someone's behavior or our behavior, and it plays out in our sleep and we can't sleep too well. Maybe there's need to cut back on caffeine or something. Maybe there's a need to go outside during the day or have some physical activity during the day that will help you sleep better. And then also, one of the best things to do before bedtime is to say your prayers. And you don't have to do it like in a traditional sense, but you can visualize happy thoughts. You can visualize what you truly want in your life. And if you have trouble visualizing, then look up images, listen to music, listen to affirmations or subliminals and things like that, because that can really help you. If you want this Knight of Cups to come in, he is full of love. He has an offer for you. And so I just feel like in order to get this to attract this, you have to see this and say this to yourself: I see my fears as the illusions that they are. We always tend to believe that the bad stuff is the real stuff, but anything is an illusion if it's impeding your progress. If you allow it to be an illusion, it's an illusion. I mean, if you allow it to be your reality, it's your reality. If you allow it, what I'm saying, it's how you label it. Just because it's good doesn't mean it's an illusion, and just because it's bad doesn't mean it's reality. So I think it's kind of the way you're looking at it. Let's see the stuff that's coming up that's not so pleasant as a little bit of a challenge that you're going to overcome, and do your best to minimize it. No matter how big it is, do your best to minimize it, and then really, really start, like leave that in the foreground, in the background. Like, don't put that in your mind anymore. Like, see the thing that you want, The knight in shining armor, the good energy, the positivity, the gifts of love, the gifts of, like, how do you want a person to treat you? This is how you want them to treat you. Don't dwell on the negative things or any of the things that people have done that have upset you. Don't dwell on it. Dwelling on it is only going to attract more of it. So the good news is this is a classic romantic person, a passionate soul, an artistic person, somebody who's creative, somebody who wears their heart on their sleeve, and somebody who's seeking a connection. This is chivalry. And you know what? It could be to the extreme, like being in love with love. It could be that you're so emotional, or, maybe you are an empath. Maybe you feel so deeply. Maybe you connect with people so deeply because you're so creative and you wear your heart on your sleeve. But don't ever stop, keeping your heart open, because that's how you're going to learn and how you're going to get closer. So this could be you or a person coming into your life that is a classic romantic. They are the roses, the bubble baths, the champagne. They're the ones devoted for you, and it's just plain romance and slow dancing and flirtation and all those things. The courtship, the vulnerability of love. So your affirmation here is, I am in touch with my emotions. Maybe you're looking at yourself as overly emotional and you're like putting yourself down, but on the positive end, it's just being in touch with your emotions, which is pretty cool. It's better than a lot of people can get to this, being able to be in touch with emotions. But I feel like you might be going to extremes. Like, here's extreme sad, and here's kind of an aggressive feeling. You know what? You don't have to fight anybody else for this love. The love that is right for you, that's meant for you, is going to come in for you, and you don't have to fight for it. It's coming towards you. It's not like it's a hot commodity and you have to pull out all the stops to win this person. That's not how it's going to work. The Five of Wands can maybe get in the way a little bit. It can put things into perspective of how you go about dating or being around people, or it could be even having to do with your career, your work life, like competition in ways. There could be some challenge. There could be, but it could also be a positive thing, like this feeling of being pushed by somebody else to excel, like some situation. So instead of like feeling down about a situation, turn it around and see it as a chance to push yourself to excel. But at the same time, it shouldn't be about body shaming or anything that you're ashamed of, right? I just got to turn this around. This person loves you just the way you are, and you should love yourself just the way you are as well. So it's not about competition, and it's not about like an anxiety or depression. There is a person who truly loves you. They even wrote a love letter to you, Sometimes rivalry can be a good thing, but I feel like it's interesting. Okay, so depending on your chart, like maybe you have an Aries North Node, and whenever your North Node is in a sort of an aggressive sign, it could be that you need to fight. You need to fight the good fight. You need to put a little more effort into something. But if you have, like, say, a passive, like a Libra or Pisces or something like that, then maybe the gentle approach is what you need to take, or maybe the noble approach, like nobly, don't be competitive, but in the bigger scheme of things, it all will work out. That's a little bit passive though, right? And for me, I have a North Node in Aries, but I do tend to fall back on more passive ways of trying to focus on what I want. I usually tend to go to the more spiritual. Maybe it is about being material. Maybe it is a little bit about, being the best, pushing yourself. Now, if you're in some kind of like say like a TV show where there's competition, you definitely want to do the best work so yours shines brighter than somebody else's, right? And so maybe in life that's kind of the approach you take. Try not to be just be mediocre and just be satisfied with good enough, but keep pushing yourself to be better. But do it only for yourself, not necessarily to win the love of somebody, but to be completely proud of yourself. So the quote here, or the affirmation here, is, I support others and they support me, and we rise together in accelerated harmony. So that's really it is. We're all in this together. You don't have to compete against anyone. In fact, if you are actually being supportive of other people and they're being supportive of you, you can also reach your potential. So you don't have to reach your potential by knocking anybody down. You can reach your potential by actually being a supportive person. And I think that is the noble way. It's still fighting. It's still fighting for your truth and your beliefs and to being better but by being better, you know what? By being noble, you are being better. By being monogamous, not monogamous, but having the ability to see past people's faults or past certain issues that seems like there's setbacks. See past that and see everybody is growing and everybody is achieving. And sometimes that's the best way to see the a love in your life. Especially if it's like a twin flame kind of situation, somebody who you might be loving at a distance or loving with problems with communication or something like that. If there's some kind of challenge involved in this love, then try to see them more like this and keep this vision in your head, because if you keep seeing the faults of them, then you're going to keep getting those faults. But if you start seeing them as this amazing, loving person with that gives you roses, that gives you love letters, that sets a place for you, that rides their white horse to you, then that is what you're going to attract. So just keep that image, especially before bedtime. Do a little affirmation and visualize, even if it's a person in your life already that you adore, but has been, kind of funny about communication or funny about distance or funny about whatever issue it is at hand. Don't play the record in your head over and over again. It was why is he treating me like this? Play the record as he is this, and he is this, and he's doing this to me, and he's doing this, and he loves me, and he's showing me his love, and we have great abundance together, and we are shining together, and we're like this power couple, and everybody sees us as this amazing unit, and we're united, and all this. It's not important how other people see you. It's more important how you see yourself. But visualize how you see your situation, if that's what you want. If you don't know who you want, then visualize. You don't have to pick features necessarily, but if you want to, you can. That helps even more. So visualize certain features and certain qualities, and paint your person. How does he look? How is he treating you? How is he coming towards you? What does he have to offer you? What will it be like when you're together? Visualize that. A lot of people come to me to ask, who's my future husband and how will they be like? And I just want to say, the way you want them to be, because that's what it is. You're visualizing, you're attracting the person you want. Good or bad, you're attracting them. So keep that positive vision. All right? I hope you like that. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.